Hello, Daly here. Um, Today we're going to learn about what's called opening and closing ceremony. It's long story short, it's how the FFA opens a meeting and closes a meeting, how it starts a meeting and ends a meeting. It doesn't matter where you're at in the FFA organization, whether it's out here at the chapter level at Heritage High School, or up at the state level at the State Convention for California, or even at the national level. We have a specific way of opening and closing the ceremony. Um, I do want to open up with an example of it. This is from the 2016 State Leadership Conference here in California. It's the opening ceremony and closing ceremony. Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the path. I strive to 13
America, Madam Vice President.
13 your state sentinel 10. My hand raised and I thought, what could I do?
The conference hall will come to order. We are now holding the opening session of the 88th Annual California State FFA Leadership Conference. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations? I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Station by the door.
Your duties there?
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the president in maintaining order.
The reporter. The reporter is stationed by the flag. Why by the flag? As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people, in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico and from the state of Maine to Hawaii. The treasurer.
Station at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary. Stationed by the ear of corn. Your duties there? I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet. The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why is he by the owl.
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we will be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations. Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members. At this, the first general session of the 88th State FFA Leadership Conference, there are 5,972 members and guests present. Madam President. Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which each FFA members should possess. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this the opening session of the 88th Annual California State FFA Leadership Conference duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matter which may properly be presented. According to...
And now closing session.
Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted? I have none, Madam President. Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn the opening session of the 88th Annual California State FFA Leadership Conference. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to our flag. Salute, pledge. I pledge. I now declare this session adjourned.
Stand up, jump up, and shout out! We're making changes. We're gonna stand above the rest.
Alright, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to check your email if you haven't already, and there should be a link that I sent to you. It's going to go to a Google Sheets, and that's you're going to look at your period. So example, if you're in period 2, you'd make sure it's period 2. What that's going to tell you is it's going to tell you what officer team you're on, as well as what officer you are at. And what you're going to do, actually even before that, my apologies, is you are going to, for your right side notes today, you are simply going to write this slide. You can pause it if you want and write it down really quickly. So again, on the right side, you're going to write everything from opening ceremony all the way down to possess, period, in quotation mark. So that whole point of FFA members, why are we here? And everybody stands up all at once, and in unison you say, to practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. Again, this is the only slide for your notes on the right side today. For your left side, you're going to check your email, and I should send it, or I should have sent it to you. And you're going to look to see what officer position you are at. For your left side activity day, and this is the one exception, it does not need to have color since I am not there in person, and you do not have colors where you're at, is that you are going to write your part 3 times. There's an exception to this. If you are the president or if you are the vice president. The vice president and the president are only going to write their lines once. And I only want you to write yours. Now, how you get to it, you're going to Google FFA manual, and you're going to get to this website. It's the first, when you type in FFA manual on Google, it's in the first link, you click it, and take it to Flipbook. And it is going to start on page 35. Let me zoom out. Actually, I'll just go to this next one. Okay. And it starts from where it says opening closing ceremony. You're going to start from right here with the president. And right here, President, I do need to let you know, you're going to say, the meeting room will come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the Menifee Heritage FFA chapter. Then, for the next part, let me zoom in so I can make sure it's both of these sides. And then, let's see. Secretary, when you get here, you're going to say there are numerous members and numerous guests present, and you can write Mr./Madam President. Now, when it comes to closing ceremonies, and you're not going to write where it says note, or opening ceremonies, we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this meeting of the Menifee Heritage FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may now be properly presented. Now, for closing meeting, make sure you write this part as well. If you're part of this crew, again, President, we are now about to adjourn this meeting of the Menifee Heritage FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair game of life. You don't have to write this, and then, let's see, you don't have to write the Pledge of Allegiance, since we all know that. And then you don't write this. So I hope that made sense. If you have any questions, you can email me. I should have my computer nearby, and I can email you back in a quick jiffy. Again, everybody's going to write their lines 3 times with the exception of president, as well as the vice president, which only write it once. After that, make sure you get it stamped today. You have to get it stamped today. Make sure you get it stamped today. If you have any other questions, check Haiku, email me, and make sure you get this done.